Yeah. Yeah. Look. Look, I'm expecting you to stay since I done held you down. You got some shit you wanna say, you better tell me now. Don't wait till I'm already dead and in the fucking ground. For real. 6 feet, can't even speak a nigga in the clouds.
I know you guys are really here for the Uber content, so I got another ride for you guys. Peep this one. This dude was kind of off, bro. He had told me he just got out of jail for grabbing the steering wheel while his step pops was driving during a family road trip. So let's see how this one turns out. All right, looks like we're heading over to. Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Can't stand these airport spots for kissing and crying and all kinds of emotional stuff.
I hear you, man. Huh.
Been busy today?
Somewhat. Yeah, it's getting busier now that the time is getting around this time.
Yeah. I do Uber Eats.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never done Uber.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean Uber Eats. I used to do that and DoorDash, but it's a lot of your like money making opportunities is contingent on whether the restaurants are gonna be on their job, you know?
Yeah.
If they're slow with their orders or they're backed up, then you're just sitting there waiting, twiddling your thumbs, you know?
Yeah. I hear that you get a what do you call it? I forget what you call it, but it's like a stipend for waiting and stuff. I don't think it's much more than what it would be worth to just get it done quick and go drop it off. But I was thinking about doing the Uber taxi thing, but I'm just afraid, especially here, you know, like bringing strangers into your car. And I don't know. I just feel like.
No, I feel you. I mean, I can definitely understand where the little skepticism would come in, especially when, I mean, if you lived here in Albuquerque and like you know the kind of people who live here.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I'm so afraid to do it here. I might do it somewhere else. I don't know.
I feel like you can do it safely here. It's just all about the time that you choose to drive.
Yeah.
And to avoid the kind of sketched out people where you kind of have to have these kind of difficult conversations, you would just have to avoid driving at nighttime.
Okay, I see.
Because at nighttime when you got the drunk people going around partying and things like that.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna have to find yourself in some weird spots.
Yeah. Have you ever had a weird experience?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a guy on New Year's Eve. He was drunk like off his ass.
Yeah.
And I picked him up at a hotel. He wanted me to take him home. And then we got to his house. He was like, damn, my girl's mad. Can you take me back?
Oh, really?
I was like, okay. And then we got to the hotel. He's like, you know what, bro? Just fuck her, man. Just take me home. I'm just like, okay. And
when people do that, when they say, no, never mind, go somewhere else, do you still get, do you get paid?
I mean, granted, that guy was drunk and he gave me a nice tip.
Okay.
So I was okay with doing that for him.
That's cool.
But usually, no, I'm not. I mean, we're being compensated because I guess the meter in a sense is still running.
Yeah.
But like it's not the same as if I got like 4 different rides rather than just dealing with that one guy. Because there is a flat rate that they charge that I'm not getting with him. I'm just getting the miles.
Anytime have you done Uber Eats before?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Anytime like you cancel in this city in particular, the bottom rate they can pay you is $3. Is that the same thing with Uber or the taxi?
Similar. Like the bare minimum that you'll see yourself getting paid if you don't really do much of a ride.
Yeah.
It's like $2.25.
Oh, so it's lower. Wow.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, even if it's like right next to you, you still get $3. That's like the lowest they pay you.
Yeah, nah, yeah. The lowest they pay you here, if it's like a short ride, is like $2.25 or $2 and some change.
Yeah. I also like that Uber Eats. You only have to do 1,000 deliveries to get like the ASU college thing, and then with the Uber taxi, you have to do 3,000. It's so much. Jeez. I couldn't imagine bringing 3,000 people into my car. And this is your personal car, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's really nice.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Try to do my best to keep it clean and you know.
It's definitely way better than mine. I wouldn't be able to do Uber Eats. I wouldn't be able to do Uber taxi in my car. So
Oh, boy, believe me, I had a 97 Camry before this one.
Oh, really?
And that's where I was doing the DoorDash and Uber Eats excuse me. Through speaking to a few other drivers and to seeing what's the average of what they make, I figured like, because at the time I was still working a regular job as well.
Yeah.
So I was looking for it as a side gig, and I figured because he said on the weekends alone he was making like $300. So I figured, I mean, on one weekend I'm pretty much gonna make a car payment.
Yeah.
So as long as I can drive for Uber and Lyft, I can afford to get a new car to drive for Uber and Lyft. And it all worked out. It all worked out.
I really like the number one thing is I like how you can like just manage your time.
Oh, bro, it is the number one thing that I love about working on this platform. I woke up at 8 today, not a problem.
Yeah.
Today's at 6, okay.
Yep.
If I wanted to get on the road at 8 o'clock, all right, I did it at 9. I just work 1 extra hour, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is if you bump into a passenger like that passenger I described who gives you like $100 tip, you just made $100 in like an hour, you know, plus the fare and whatever the app is gonna get you. So it really is all just depending on how the algorithm is gonna treat you that day.
Yeah. On average, for Uber Eats, like generally speaking, each ride is about like $5, and then your tips are like $3 or $4. So you're making like $9 or $10 on each trip.
And then depending on how many trips you can knock out in 1 hour, then that's your hourly rate.
Yep. So how's this car on gas mileage? Pretty good?
Oh, it's good, man. I fill up, I get about like 300 and something miles.
Yeah. That's really awesome. I was in Seattle. Yeah, I came all the way back here.
Okay. How's Seattle right now?
Well, it was pretty cool, I guess. I actually went to jail for a couple nights in Oregon.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was just stupid. I got into some fight with my mom's ex-husband. We were all in the same car. We were like on the road, and just some shit happened. I got pissed off, and I shook him up a bit, and they ended up calling the cops. So I went to jail for 2 nights. But
They call the cops, man, on of a little family, little scuffle like that.
Dude, I know. It was so ridiculous, dude. It was so stupid. I told her like after that we had to talk. I said, do you realize how ridiculous like this all turned out? And the fight started because I asked him I wanted to go home. We drove all the way from here to Seattle to like hang out and stuff and chill out there. And then she said, all right, now I want to go all the way to California. I'm like, no, I got to go back and work, and like I don't have time for all that. And the whole time we were riding, I was kind of giving her that hint, like, no, I can't go that far. Like, you take a ramp this way. I gave her hints, and eventually I just got, and like I was also, during the whole trip, I was getting like attitude from like her ex-husband. I never liked him. And I tried to like go on the trip because my mom wanted me to come and yada yada, like have a good mother-son time.
Yeah.
So I went on a trip, and he burst in my fucking bubble. I got, my bottle was filled with his bullshit and like all the family tension. I just launched I told him, take this effing ramp. Like, I'm gonna go crazy because I need to get home. Like, I had my bottle of emotion so filled up. So anyways, I just launched myself from the trunk. I was in the trunk, and I grabbed the steering wheel and I just pulled it down. And I've never done anything like this before. I actually work for the federal government, for the Department of Homeland Security.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've never done anything like this before. I don't know what got into me. I don't know if it's like something I ate, or I don't know. I've never acted.
Something you ate.
I don't know what it is, man. Just like my emotions, like I don't know what it must have been. Maybe like COVID. And
It was because you were in Seattle, man. Like that city does things to people, bro.
You think so?
I mean, they're speculating because of the city has such a it don't get no sun. Everyone there is vitamin D deficient.
Oh yeah,
deficient.
Yeah, and that's why they eat so much fish. Is because it has vitamin D in it. Yeah. It might have been. I don't know what it was. But anyways, yeah, I grabbed the steering wheel and he pulled me up to the dash. It was just a struggle, a scuffle and shit. A couple cops. I went to jail for 2 nights and it sucked. First time in jail. And I got out. They helped me get out.
Like, what was the arresting charge though? Like,
it was just 2. It was like intent to like endanger 3 people, and she had her kid right there.
Oh, yikes.
And then like assault and battery. And that was it. When I got out, it was good. Like, it really sucked though. Jail sucks, man. Like, you get your own cell. Like, I was really afraid like that rape shit and like beating was like people get beat up and shit. I thought all that shit was true. It wasn't. It just sucks. You're just stuck in a cell.
Trust me. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because when I was a teenager, I got myself arrested too. I did some jail time, so I've been there, done that, and I know exactly what you mean. It's not the normal thing that the media teaches you to fear about prison, like you said, the raping and there's somebody coming to shake you while you're eating your chow. No, it's the fact that just being in there sucks. Like,
that's what it is.
Being told what to do, when to do it, what you can't do, when you can't do it. It's
you don't feel like yourself. Like, you just feel like nothing.
That's what they said. Being in jail is not living, man. You're just existing.
I'm so glad I'm back home.
I'm glad you got out of that too, brother, because I don't. There's not too many people that I'd wish jail upon, except child rapists and murderers and things like that. But
even people like I hated in school, I'd beat their ass. Like, I wouldn't even wish jail upon them.
Nah, for real, man.
It's kind of dehumanizing.
Absolutely. It's not a place to put people you care about, man.
Right. I think that the country should focus more on like rehabilitating people.
But that's the thing. That's what the initial reasoning behind jail was. It's to rehabilitate. But in reality, when you really look at psychological approaches to rehabilitating someone, putting them under capital punishment is not. It's not at the top of the list. You know. All the things that could help people get back to being a law-abiding citizen, it's taken away from them.
Exactly. Like, I didn't feel like any good emotions. Like, oh, maybe I should change, or like maybe I should not be like this and this. You know, it didn't make me feel like that. It didn't make me feel like I wanted to change anything. It just felt like I was stuck. It made things worse. I hate this area.
I drive around here a lot.
Yeah. Oh, you have driven around here a lot?
Yeah. I've been driving for Uber and Lyft for about like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
So I've driven all over Albuquerque.
You picked up any hot girls, man?
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
That's something I would love to be like Uber taxis, because I would love to get like a hot girl and get her Snapchat or something.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I try to refrain from that, because most women aren't really too into like getting hit on by like the cab driver or whatever. Yeah. But I mean, I'll be honest, there's been times where the conversation is going so good with the girl, and I'm just like, dude, she wants you to ask her, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna try to stay professional.
Yeah, right.
But trust me, the temptation is real.
There's probably times you went home like, man, I should have asked for that girl's Snapchat.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Especially when they get out the car and they look back one more time, like, is he gonna ask? I'm like, I'm sorry, I won't do it. But I mean, I figured out a little slick way to try to exchange social media handles and things like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Mainly because I'm a mixed martial artist, so that's how I market myself and things like that. So I just put my Instagram on the window and my YouTube channel on the other side.
So you go by Jay?
JR. I mean, I got so many aliases. JR was my alias while I was a professional like phone salesman.
Yeah.
Easier to remember. But most of my friends call me Junito.
Junie?
Yeah, like Junito.
Oh, Junito.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So what made you get into MMA?
I mean, when I was a kid, like my mom put me into Taekwondo, just like all kids wanted to do because of Power Rangers and stuff. I started boxing as a teenager, and throughout my whole childhood, I was always a knucklehead fighting in the streets. Yeah, and then I noticed that I liked fighting so much, and I didn't want to get in trouble for it no more, as I was doing me in prison. So when I came home, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make my 100% focus on training MMA. got good at it. I caught the eyes of some people that were outside of my little circle and decided to make the jump full throttle.
It's good that young people like pursue themselves into something, you know, like yours about it.
I feel like once society steered away from that's when we messed up, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the United States has been crazy the last few years, man. Yeah.
In order for a human to feel like he's productive, he has to be using the creativity that we have. If you have no outlet to use that creativity, you're gonna feel like you have no purpose.
Right.
I feel like another key factor into like trying to be happy is never forgetting what it's like to be a kid, man.
Right. So to help you out with the route, just go past this light, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna take the first left. There's gonna be a turn right here.
Right here?
Take your first left. I always try to help people navigate to the apartment.
Oh no, I appreciate you because the app was about to send me up that way.
Take a left there, and then you're gonna take your first right. This man's down on me, so. And then when you turn in there, take a left.
So left right here?
Yep, take a left right here. And then take one more right, and then that'll be good right there. I can just walk this way outside my apartment.
Right here?
Yeah, right here. Yep.
And then how far down?
If you want, you can do like a 3-point turn here, like turn in there, and then back up, and have the back of your car. Oh, that's all right. You just park right there, man. Right there.
Right?
Yeah, it's right there. It's good. Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah, that's right, man. My apartment's just right there.
All right. Listen, appreciate it. I hope you have a good one. All right, man.
Good ride, man. Good ride. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good one.
Oh, is the trunk open?
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem. Be safe, brother. Yeah, it wasn't too crazy, I'm saying, but dude definitely was off, bro. He was a little weird, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look, I really appreciate you guys checking out the next video, but I can't let you go without bringing up one of my sponsors. Now, the sponsor is new to the channel, but they've been sponsoring me for a few months now. Shanti CBD. This is by far one of the best CBD products that I've tried. These guys are literally all about quality. I use it after every training session for recovery. I put it in my protein shakes, but more importantly, before I go drive for Uber. As you can imagine, dealing with these Albuquerque motherfuckers can bring on a lot of anxiety. And usually to handle my anxiety, I just smoke a little bud and I'm chilling. When I'm driving passengers around, I don't want to be fucking high out of my mind, man. So CBD definitely helps with that anxiety. It completely alleviates any of those anxiety attacks that I would have when dealing with my customers. Speaking of anxiety when dealing with the customer, just to give you a quick heads up on the next Uber video I'm gonna drop, it's gonna be me dealing with a customer who's trying to do one of those add a stop shits, literally while having an anxiety attack because I didn't use my CBD. So stay tuned for that video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you can get the notification when I drop that video, all right? But again, guys, peace and love, be safe.
I was venting. 22, I took my ass to NY. I had a small job, was saving up some cash to get by. Mama hit my phone and told me that she need me to ride. You need some help, I got you, ma, I'ma try. So I went back to my